all about rhododendrons. Exploring the natural world. Thanks for joining me in the Garden of Ingle. In this video, we'll be doing a deep dive on the plant rhododendron. Rhododendrons are flowering shrubs in the genus Rhododendron, part of the heath family, Ericaceae. They're cousins to azaleas. In fact, azaleas are technically a type of rhododendron, but we'll save that debate for another video. Rhodies, as I like to call them, are known for their spectacular clusters of bell-shaped flowers that come in every color you can imagine. Pink, red, orange, yellow, purple, white, you name it. Their leaves are usually glossy, evergreen, or sometimes deciduous, depending on the type. These plants range from tiny alpine varieties to massive shrubs that can tower over your house. They're super versatile, thriving in woodlands, rock gardens, or even as statement pieces in your backyard. Why do people go crazy for rhodies? Simple. They're like the divas of the plant world. They demand attention with their vibrant blooms, and when they're happy, they'll reward you with years of beauty. Plus, they're perfect for adding structure and color to shady spots where other plants might struggle. Rhododendrons have been around forever. Fossil records show they existed millions of years ago. They're native mostly to Asia, Europe, and North America, with a ton of species grown wild in places like the Himalayas, Japan, and the Appalachian Mountains. The name rhododendron comes from Greek rhodon, means rose, and dendron means tree, so it's like calling them rose trees. Pretty poetic, right? They've been cultivated for centuries, especially in Asia, where they were prized in gardens for their beauty and even used in traditional medicine. In the West, rhodies became a big deal in the 18th and 19th centuries when plant explorers brought exotic species back from Asia. By the Victorian era, they were a must-have in fancy European gardens. Breeders started creating hybrids, and today there are over 28,000 cultivars. Talk about variety. Organizations like the American Rhododendron Society are still obsessed with these plants, and honestly, I get why. So why are rhododendrons such a hit with gardeners? Let's break it down. First, those flowers. They bloom in massive trusses. That's a fancy term for their flower clusters. And they can last for weeks in spring or early summer. It's like having a fireworks show in your garden. Second, their evergreen foliage keeps your garden looking lush year-round, even in winter when everything else is bare. Third, they're versatile. Whether you've got a shady corner, a sunny slope, or a container on your patio, there's a rhodie for you. Plus, they attract pollinators like bees and butterflies, which is a win for the environment. And let's not forget the vibes. Rhododendrons have this timeless, elegant charm that makes any garden feel like a secret woodland retreat. One thing to note, some rhodies are toxic if ingested, so keep pets and kids away from munching on the leaves. But as long as you're not snacking on them, they're a safe and stunning addition to your space. Now let's talk about some rockstar rhododendron cultivars. So many to choose from, I've picked a few that are super popular and easy to grow. PJM. This one is a classic. It's a compact hybrid with vibrant lavender pink flowers and small dark green leaves. It's super cold hardy, perfect for folks in chilly climates like USDA zones 4 through 8. Plus its leaves turn a cool bronze in winter for extra pizzazz. Roseum elegans. If you want drama, this is your rhodie. It's a big, bold shrub with huge trusses of lilac pink flowers. It's great for zones 5 through 8 and loves a shady spot, perfect for making a statement. Nova Zembla. This one's a tough cookie. It's got deep red flowers that pop against glossy green leaves and can handle cold winters and hot summers. Zones 5 through 8, and it's a favorite for hedges or screens. Yakoshimanum. Yak hybrids. These are compact, slow-growing Rhodies from Japan with soft pink or white blooms that fade to creamy tones. They're great for small gardens or containers that thrive in zones 5 through 7. Azalea Gibraltar. Okay, I know I said azaleas are Rhodies, and this deciduous beauty proves it. It's got fiery orange red flowers that scream summer. Perfect for zones 5 through 9 and loves a bit more sun than most Rhodies. Pro tip, check with your local nursery to find cultivars suited for your climate. There's a Rhodie for every garden, I promise. Alright, let's get to the good stuff, how to grow and care for your rhododendrons so they thrive. Don't worry, I've got you covered with my top tips. You have to pick the right spot. Rhodies love partial shade. Think dappled sunlight under trees or morning sun with afternoon shade. Too much sun can scorch their leaves, but too much shade might mean fewer blooms. If you're planting azaleas, they can handle a bit more sun. Also make sure the spot has good drainage. Rhodies hate wet feet. You must get the soil right. These plants are acid lovers, so aim for a soil pH between 4.5 and 6.0. If your soil's too alkaline, add sulfur or organic matter like pine needles or peat moss. They also love well-draining, humus-rich soil. Mix in compost or leaf mold when planting to give them a cozy home. If you want to plant like a pro, dig a hole twice as wide but no deeper than the root ball. Plant your Rhodies so the top of your root ball is slightly above ground level. Burying them too deep can cause problems. Water well after planting and add a layer of mulch like bark or pine needles to keep the roots cool and moist. Water wisely. Rhodies have shallow roots, so they need consistent moisture, especially in their first year. Water deeply once or twice a week, depending on rainfall, but don't let them sit in soggy soil. In dry spells, give them a good drink and mist the leaves if it's super hot. When feeding your Rhodies, use a fertilizer made for acid-loving plants, like one labeled for azaleas or rhododendrons. Apply it in early spring before they bloom, and maybe again lightly after flowering. Don't overdo it. Too much fertilizer can burn their roots. The good news is Rhodies are low maintenance. Prune right after they bloom to shape them or remove dead wood. Don't cut back too hard though, as they won't regrow from old wood. Also, deadhead spent flowers to encourage more blooms next year. Just snap off the faded trusses carefully. Watch for pests and problems. Keep an eye out for pests like lace bugs or spider mites, which can cause speckled leaves. A blast of water or insecticidal soap usually does the trick. Root rot is a common issue if the soil is too wet, so ensure good drainage. If leaves turn yellow, it might mean the soil is too alkaline, and you need to test the pH. In cold climates, protect your Rhodies from harsh winds with burlap screens or windbreaks. Mulch heavily in the fall to insulate the roots. If you're in a super hot area, make sure they're shaded and well watered during the summer. Follow these tips and your rhododendrons will be the envy of the neighborhood. A couple fun facts about rhododendrons. Rhododendrons are the national flower of Nepal and the state flower of West Virginia. Some Himalayan Rhodies can grow into trees over 100 feet tall. Talk about a giant! In parts of Asia, rhododendron flowers are used to make wine and jelly. So there you have it, the ultimate guide to rhododendrons, from their rich history to their jaw-dropping cultivars and all the care tips you need. I hope you're as obsessed with these plants as I am. If you're growing Rhodies or planning to add one to your garden, drop a comment below and tell me your favorite cultivar, or share a pic. I'd love to see your garden. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. If you want more plant guides or have a specific topic you'd love me to cover, let me know in the comments.